Hello, and welcome to Grade 2 ACAN Listening Practice. Today, I'm going to be going through Section 1 of the ACAN Listening Test with you. So please listen carefully. Section 1 is all about dialogues between two people. Obviously, I am one person, so I will hold up cards for when I read the two different parts. So please pay attention. It might be a little confusing. All right, let's get started. Question 1. Mystical Mystery Bookstore. How may I help you? Hi, I'm a big fan of the writer Nathan Hemingway. Do you have any copies of his new book, Night Train to Moscow? Sorry, ma'am, we don't. And I doubt any other stores do either. It's the #1 bestseller right now. We've ordered more copies, but they won't get here until Wednesday. Oh, I see. Well, I'll stop by on Wednesday then. Question. What do we learn about the book Night Train to Moscow? Answers. Number 1, it is not for sale yet. 2, it is not a new book. 3, it is very popular. 4, it will be finished soon. So you can see, listening to the dialogue, you hear #1 bestseller. And the bookstore doesn't have any more copies. This means that the book is very popular. So the answer is 3. Okay. Question 2. Danny, thanks for dinner. Does this apartment building have a place to put cans for recycling? Actually, Akina, there isn't one. The city doesn't collect cans or bottles in this neighborhood, so I drop them off at the supermarket. The city doesn't recycle in this area? Yeah, it's a lot of trouble carrying them to the supermarket. But next year, the city will start collecting bottles and cans here. Question. What does the man do with his empty bottles and cans? Answers. 1, he takes them to the supermarket. 2, he sells them to a recycling center. 3, he gives them to his apartment manager. 4, he sends them to another city. Go back to the dialogue. So he doesn't have anywhere to put cans and bottles in the neighborhood. So he has to go to the supermarket. So the answer is 1. He takes them to the supermarket. Okay. Question 3. Have you seen my gray suit, Dorothy? It was in the closet a week ago, but now I can't find it. I took it to the dry cleaners because it had a big stain on it. Oh, when will it be ready? I want to wear it to an important meeting tomorrow. Don't worry, Barry. I'll pick it up this afternoon. Question. Why is Barry looking for his suit? Answers. 1, he wants to show Dorothy a stain on it. 2, he has to take it on a business trip. 3, he wants to wear it to a meeting. 4, he has to take it to the dry cleaners. So go back to the reading, or to the dialogue, and you can see Barry wants to wear the suit to an important meeting tomorrow. So the answer is B. He wants to wear it to a meeting. Make sure, pay attention to the question. Some of the answers might be good for other questions, but make sure you're answering the question that they ask on the test. Okay. Dialogue 4. Welcome to Silverton Library. Can I help you? I'm writing a paper about the Rockefeller Tower. I need some old newspaper articles that were written while it was being built. Those are on the second floor, right? Well, newspapers and magazines used to be on the second floor. Now they're all on the library's computer system. The computer room is right over there. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Question. Where will the woman find the newspapers? Answers. 1. On the second floor of the building. 2. On the library's computer system. 3. In the old library building. 4. In the room next to the computer room. So you can see, going to the dialogue, that the newspapers and magazines used to be on the second floor, but now they're on the library's computer system in the computer room. So the answer is 2, on the library's computer system. Be careful. Number 4, in the room next to the computer room. It's very close to the right answer, but it's one room over. Okay, question 5. Honey, I can't find my smartphone. Can you call it with yours? Sure. Hold on a second. Okay, it's ringing. Okay, listen. Do you hear anything? Wait, I think I can hear it. Me too. The ringing is coming from over there. Let me check. Found it. You must have dropped it under the sofa. Question. How did the couple find the woman's smartphone? Answers. 1. The woman checked the GPS location. 2. The woman saw it in her handbag. 3. The man remembered where it was. 4. The man called it with his phone. So the husband and wife, they're looking for the phone. They can't find the phone. What's the best way to find a phone? You call it. When you call a phone, of course, you can hear it ringing. So it's much easier to find. So the answer is number 4. The man called it with his phone. All right, question 6. Hello. Hi, Amanda. It's Dad. Your mom and I are thinking of visiting you in Spain this summer. What do you think? That'd be great. I could show you my college and take you around the city of Barcelona. Should we get a hotel room? No, you can stay at my apartment. I'll borrow some blankets from my friends. Question. What are Amanda's parents thinking about doing? Answer 1. Going to see Amanda in Spain. 2. Buying some blankets for Amanda. 3. Moving into an apartment in Barcelona. 4. Traveling with your friends from college. Going to the dialogue, the first sentence that Amanda's dad says, well, the second sentence, the third sentence, oh no, is, your mom and I are thinking of visiting you in Spain this summer. So Amanda's parents want to visit her in Spain. So the answer is 1, going to see Amanda in Spain. Question 7. Bobby, thank you so much for the card. How did you know it was my birthday today? Jane told me. Are you having a good day? It's been great. Oh, some of us are going to a restaurant tonight to celebrate. Would you like to come? Sorry, I'd love to, but I have a French class tonight. Question. What does the woman thank Bobby for? 1. Coming to her party. 2. Helping her study French. 3. Giving her a birthday card. 4. Buying her dinner at a restaurant. So the woman says, "Oh, thank you so much for the card." So the answer is 3. Giving her a birthday card. Question 8. Mrs. Begley, why did I get such a bad grade on my history paper? I spent hours researching the topic and I checked it 3 times for mistakes. Well, your writing was fine, and what you wrote about England was great. So I don't get it. What was the problem? You didn't follow my directions, Charles. Everyone was supposed to write about the history of the internet. Question. Why did the boy get a poor score on his paper? 1. He wrote about the subject. 2. He turned in the paper late. 3. He did not do any research. 4. He made a lot of spelling mistakes. So Charles wrote about England, but Mrs. Begley said, write about the history of the internet. Charles wrote about the wrong subject. The answer is number 1. He wrote about the wrong subject. Charles, why? I hope all of you listen very, very closely to what teachers tell you. It's important. Your grades depend on it. Okay. Question 9. Hello. I'd like to donate some old clothes to this charity. Thank you. First, we have to check them to see if they're in good condition. Do they have any holes in them? No, they don't. The colors of the shirts have changed a bit, though. That's fine. If that's all that's wrong with them, we should be able to accept them. Question. What does the man want to do? 1. Buy some clothes from the woman. 2. Take some clothes to the dry cleaners. 3. Give some clothes to a charity. 4. Fix some holes in his clothes. So, the first thing the man says, I'd like to donate some old clothes to this charity. So the answer is 3. Give some clothes to a charity. He's a very good-hearted person, I think. Question 10. Jack, I need you to finish your story by the deadline. I want it in tomorrow's paper. I just finished it 30 minutes ago. I've given it to the editors. They're checking it now. Great. Well, I'll go see if I can get them to edit it quickly. This is going to be a big story, Jack. Thanks. I hope so too, Mary. Question. What does the woman suggest about the man's newspaper story? 1. It had too many words. 2. It is very important. 3. It is not very interesting. 4. It was written too quickly. Going to the dialogue, you can see in the third part what the woman is saying. She says, this is going to be a big story, Jack. Now, big story means that it's going to be important. Maybe a bad story, maybe a good story, but it's important in some way. So the answer is 2. It is very important. Question 11. Excuse me, the restaurant will be closing in a half hour, so the kitchen is taking last orders. Would you like anything else, ma'am? Yes, I'd like some dessert, please. Certainly. Bring you the menu. By the way, today's ice cream flavor is chocolate mint. Thanks. Question. What will the waiter do next? 1. Let the woman taste the ice cream. 2. Bring the woman's change. 3. Get a menu for the woman. 4. Tell the woman what time they close. So what will the waiter do next? The waiter says, I'll bring you the menu. I will bring you the menu. This is future tense. It means that the waiter will be bringing the menu. So the answer is 3. Get a menu for the woman. Question 12. Welcome back to Gourmet Talk. Tonight we're talking with the famous chef Anthony Fortain. So Anthony, when did you learn to cook? I learned when I was a junior high school student. My parents both worked, so I had to cook dinner for my brother and sister. I see. Do you have any cooking advice for our audience? Yes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Question. What is one thing the famous chef says? 1. He learned many recipes in cooking school. 2. He started cooking when he was young. 3. His brother and sister taught him to cook. 4. Only professionals should try cooking. So Anthony started learning to cook when he was a junior high school student. I'm sure some of you watching this video are junior high school students, which means you are very young. So the answer is 2. He started cooking when he was young. Question 13. Here are the ticket machines. You'll find them at most train stations in Japan. They're usually near the ticket gates. I see. Could you show me how to use one, Hinako? Sure. First, push this button for instructions in English. Then choose the correct fare for your destination. Finally, pay for the ticket by putting in your money here. I see. That doesn't look too difficult. Question. What is the woman doing for the man? 1. Taking him to a train museum. 2. Getting change from a machine. 3. Explaining how to buy tickets. 4. Showing him a map of the train station. So Hinako is very helpful, right? She's helping Mark a lot. And she's helping him learn how to use the ticket machine. So she goes through different steps, 3 different steps for how to use it. So the answer is 3. She's explaining how to buy tickets using the machine. All right, question 14. Dave, what's this on my desk? Oh, that's some candy I brought back from my business trip to Vietnam. It's made with coconut. It looks delicious. Did you get the chance to do any sightseeing? No, not really. I did have time to take a tour of the factory where I bought that candy. They even let us try making some. Question. What does the man say he did in Vietnam? 1. He picked some coconuts. 2. He ate a lot of candy. 3. He saw many famous sights. 4. He visited a factory. So Dave didn't have much free time in Vietnam because he was busy with his business trip. But he did have time to do one thing, which was to go to the candy factory. So the answer is 4. He visited a factory. All right. Last question for section 1. Brenda, can you print out all of this year's sales reports for my presentation on Friday? Sure. Do you need a copy for everyone or just one for yourself? For everyone, please. There will be 6 people at the meeting, including me. No problem. I'll put them on your desk when I'm done. Question. What does the man ask the woman to do? 1. Cancel the meeting on Friday. 2. Print out sales reports. 3. Attend his presentation. 4. Clean up his desk. So the first thing the man says, can you print out all of this year's sales reports? So the answer is 2. Print out sales reports. That's what he wants the woman to do. All right. I hope you understood every question. You were able to understand the dialogue between A and B, and that you will do very well on the first part of your ACAN listening exam. Good luck. See you later.